Yummy.
Hey guys and gals, it's Mr. Know-It-All here, and I've got to share something with you on this beautiful Pensacola day. Hey guys and gals, it's Mr. Know-It-All, as I said before, and we are in the season right now to start doing our smoking. And I don't mean this kind of smoking, I mean smoking your meat. Keep it clean, guys. All right, now, what we've got here is a 9-pound pork butt, and I've trimmed the fat off, which was on the other side actually. That's all the fat I got off it. Now what we did is washed it, and we're just going to dab it till it's as dry as possible. But I will tell you this right now, this will be the best pork you've ever had. We're going to do some Mojo. And Mojo, it's not Austin Powers Mojo. This is Mojo Injection. And this is what, kind of a Cuban, Caribbean type pork, but you're going to love this. It is very simple. This is the Mojo that we're going to be injecting right here. Use this little thing right here, and that will strain out all the stuff so your injector will work real well. So you're going to use 1/8 of a cup of garlic juice strained, 1/8 of a cup of Worcestershire sauce. I said it right, I think. 1/8 of a cup of lemon juice and 1/8 of a cup apple cider vinegar. After you mix those together, taste it. If it's too strong for you, you want it a little bit strong because the flavors will subside once it starts cooking. Taste it and then add a little bit of water, not much, until you get it to the flavor that you like, because that will be your concentrate, what I just gave you. 1/8 of a cup garlic juice, 1/8 of a cup Worcestershire sauce, 1/8 of a cup of lemon juice, and 1/8 of a cup of apple cider vinegar. Now, since we've got this all dried, we're going to take our injector. Julio, he's not on vacation, so he's going to tell you where all the tools are located.
Buscar en el show más de la descripción de video para todas las herramientas.
Thank you, Julio Cesar, Chavez Rodriguez, Jorge Johnson, Ted Nugent, Clint Eastwood, and Kid Rock. That's his new names. So what we're going to do is take our injector and we'll find where the bone is. It's right here. We'll come in on this side and you'll hit the bone. There you go. I'm telling you, I can't tell you enough, and I'm not being paid by the pork company to share this. Now, we're going to talk about the rub. Now, this is our rub, and this is the ingredients for the rub. Kosher salt is #1 most important type that you need in here. Okay, so write this down. Are you ready? 1/4 cup of kosher salt, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup freshly ground black pepper. Now, if you can't get freshly ground, the coarse black pepper will work. 1/4 cup of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of dried onion flakes, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, and 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper. Paprika, add 1/4 cup of smoked paprika. I pat it in. Smoke your pork butt with the fat side up, or what fat's left. Okay, now this is the day before you start smoking. So if you want to eat at 5 or 6 o'clock at night, you better get this on the smoker at about 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., no later. Because you want to let it set for 20 minutes after you smoke it. And you're going to smoke it for half the time and then wrap it. So that's done. I'm going to fold it up and put it in an 8x9, 10x12, 60x100, whatever size pan you want. So wrapping it the night before is crucial. Wrapping it up just like it is right here. And we'll do it with the top part we wrapped on the top. So there it is. It will be worth the extra work. Wait till you see us going at this with the Oklahoma Joe reverse flow smoker. We'll get cracking at this on the beginning of the morning. So stick with us and you'll be glad you did. Alright guys and gals, it is Mr. Know-It-All here again, and it is 3:32 in the morning. I actually got up about 3 to get the coffee started, and it is pretty dark out here, but we're going to get the smoker fired up over there. Now the key to any good smoked meat, especially brisket and pork butt, is preparation. Taking the time to get up and make the time. Right now I'm going to show you what I've got going on in there just since 3 o'clock. Let's go do it. Here's the pork butt, all in its glory, sitting on a raised rack. Hold it out. You want to let this set out at least an hour and a half, no less. 2 if you can. We're planning on putting this in at 5, and it roughly should be done at 5. So by the time it rests, which means setting after you smoked it, 20 minutes or so, it should be ready to eat at 6. Alright, now we need to mix up our spritzer. So we're going to fill the best spray bottle in the entire world with 50-50 apple cider vinegar and water. Now the problem here in Pensacola is our water tastes like chlorine. I definitely do not want to be spraying chlorine once every hour on my pork butt. So we have this awesome machine right here. I'm going to just dump that in. Whatever you put in, you take out one-handed. See if we can do it. Look at that. One-handed. Camera work wasn't very good though, was it? Alright, let's go over here. And I marked the bottle so I know exactly where I need to be with the water and with the vinegar. Purified water. So all I have really is just purified water and vinegar. Right to the red line. Alright, we got it lit up out here at night. It is 5:30 in the morning, and we are going to put the pork butt on and stick the thermometer in it. Now in here, you can't see it with all the smoke, but there's a pan, big pan of water, and I put hot water in it so it starts right out steaming, and you can kind of see it steaming, but that's kind of difficult right now. With this being a reverse flow smoker, the smoke comes in out of the chamber on this side, goes underneath, around, over the top, and has to exit out the back right corner. So let's put this bugger on, get the thermometer in it. I like to lay it right there in the middle, thickest part towards the heat. That's where all the heat's going to come up, right here. Now, my voice is different in the mornings because I'm not awake yet. We want to get your smoker up to temperature first before you put the pork in. Now we're going to pull the thermometer through. There we go. And right now, the inside temperature of that pork butt is 50 degrees. So let's shut her down and get to smoking. And every hour, again, we're going to spray it with our vinegar. We'll do a little mist on it right now. Vinegar and water, purified water. The heat chambers here, the smoke goes through, up, over, back across the top of the meat, and exits out here. That's why this is one of the best smokers you can get your hands on. There's no easy way to do it, folks, just the way it is. Now we're going to put some cherry wood on this here very shortly. Cherry and oak, and I'll show you what's inside the chamber. And what I do, a little different than others, is I put larger chunks in, larger chunks of oak that'll burn longer, and then I'll add my smaller pieces as I go. That way you're not constantly adding, and the oak lasts a lot longer than the Kingsford. Now don't get me wrong, I use Kingsford, I don't make a big deal out of it. I don't buy $20 charcoal briquettes. I just use Kingsford and it works just fine and does a great job. So we're just going to keep our eye on the temperature, get it down to 225 to 250, somewhere in that range. But I have an advantage here because I can have a fire right here in our fire pit, and I use that leaf blower over there to get it going good. And then I can pull chunks of charcoal out as I need it. So this is the cherry wood that I use, and it works really good. And I'll set my phone to go off every hour so I can make sure that I spritz the top of the pork butt. 9:30, 10 o'clock, we'll pull it out, wrap it in barbecue paper, or you can use foil, as I said earlier. So we're going to shut the top stack down a little bit here and keep some of that good smoke in there. And that's really where you control the temperatures, from the stack there and your vent down here. And this little bugger right there. You set that about there is normal for us. And you see where the gap is on that, roughly. It's really pumping the smoke out. About an inch open, the flapper. All right, we are about 20 minutes into it. We've got the temperature stabilized, as you can see right there at 250. I've got another probe sticking in the backside to monitor the interior temperature of the smoker. The interior of the meat is 51 degrees, and we have it set to go off at 203. The heat chamber, beautiful. Of course, the minute you shut it, the flames go down. And we've got our vent opened up a little bit more now, and it's going good. All right, now what I did was, after I added a few of the cherry wood pellets in there just for the beginning smoking, I take a coffee can like this right here, and I'll add more to it right here, and then I will set that inside. Just like that. And that will give me all the smoke I need. Then I can add more of my coals from this pit right here. I can pick and choose what I need. Now, when you get your smoker, these clamps right here are very essential. I put 2 on extra that I didn't really need but I wanted, and that was to really seal it up. And you'll still get smoke that comes out, but I have one there, and then one here and one here. Also, you'll want to put gaskets on your smoker, gaskets on the door, all that good stuff. So we're at 1 hour. It's time to do our spritzing with our 50-50 mixture of apple cider vinegar and water. So I'm going to give you a chance to take a look at it, if you can see it with all the smoke. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Then you just clamp her back down again. It's going to be about 10 hours. We'll see you when we're about 4 or 5 hours into it to wrap it and put it back in. And that'll keep all the moisture and juices inside it so it doesn't dry out, and it'll help it bring it to temperature. We want about 200 degrees or so internal temperature. All right, we are at 10:36, roughly just shy of 5 hours into the smoking procedure, and our temperature inside the meat is at 136, and the smoker temp is been varying about 230 to 240, and that's where I want it. Let's take a look at it so you can see. And it looks beautiful. The juices are starting to come out right there. We're going to spritz it again. I just did it, but I thought I'd show you. Let's take a look at our wood. Doing good. I got one big chunk in there. Keeps falling apart and giving us some good coals. We're on time. We're on schedule. All right, we're ready to wrap it and help it through the stall and keep the moisture in it. So we're going to wrap it in butcher paper, which is made for what we're doing here. And guess what? It will help keep it nice and juicy. I don't want any more smoke in it. I think we've got plenty of smoke. So watch what we do and get her done. And what I'll do is spray the buck one more time. We'll stick the thermometer in it, right in there. All right, it's all done. We're gonna pull it out. Took about 12 hours. It was a 9-pounder. And we'll let it set 20 minutes wrapped, and then should be ready to eat. All right, we let it rest for 20 minutes. Now we're going to unwrap it. Beautiful. Now, this is what you want to see. It break apart just like this. Look at that. Yummy. Probably the best you'll ever eat right here. And this ready to go. We're going to eat this with some potato salad Mama made. There it is right there. Beautiful pork. Injected with Mojo. Beautiful crust on it with all the good flavor on the outside, and Mama's homemade potato salad. You'll be glad you did this recipe, folks. I'm not kidding you. It is the best pork you'll ever eat. Mr. Know-It-All, out.